All right, good afternoon, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started here. My name is PJ Lingley. It's my honor to serve as the Incident Commander for the 22nd Annual Arizona Wildfire and Incident Management Academy. We're here for a very special moment, and we want to recognize that this is where it all starts. 22 years ago, actually 23 years ago, when we started this academy, the entire focus was built around one course that we were going to build everything else around, and we've never deviated from that mission. We knew that the 130-190 program that we put on here was going to be how we set ourselves and the fire service up for success going forward, building that program. In the last 22 years, we've had graduates of the program come back, be unit instructors, lead instructors. We have them serving on the incident management team now, not to mention supporting all of our other incident management teams, running hotshot crews, running engines. And to make me feel old, I ran into a fire staff officer that I taught his 130-190 22 years ago. So I'm now outranked, just fine by me. So I want everyone to understand, this is about recognizing the students and welcoming you into the fire service. Whether you make this a career or not, you are now part of the fire service. You have an understanding of what it takes to step up and do the work. That being said, there is no pomp and circumstance. There is no flash in this business. I want you to understand you are not ever going to get famous doing this job. We are live streaming to YouTube. My daughter thinks I'm famous, so that's a caveat. That being said, you are now part of us. If you ever need anything, reach out. I guarantee everyone in this room, if you call and ask for something, if they are able to do it, what's the answer? We're making this a good response. We're getting there. All right. There are some things that we do in the fire service that we recognize individuals. The best way that you can ever be recognized in the Wildland Fire Service is a pat on the back, good job, here's dinner. I promise that's the best you're going to get. And you know what? There's nothing better than that. If you make this your career for the long term, you're going to go to the most beautiful places. They'll be on fire, but they look even better. You're going to work the longest hours you've ever imagined, and that's half a shift. You're going to wake up more tired than you ever thought. And you're going to find out what it really means when we say, eat, sleep, or shower. Pick two. And you're going to do that for months on end. And you know what? You're going to love every minute of it. Maybe not while you're in it, but I promise the minute you step away from it, you're going to miss it. Enjoy it now. I'm going to challenge you to take in and learn as much as you can, as long as you can. And when you have it, you give it to others. The reason the rest of this room is filled is because they're all here to support you, and they're able to pass something on. But from everyone outside of the classes, who here has learned something this week? Not the classes, you guys all learned something. Everyone else in this room, I promise everyone learned something. And you know what? It's going to continue because that is how we work. We never stop learning. We are constantly students of fire. Our enemy does not discriminate. It doesn't care where you came from, what you look like, what you ate for dinner, how much money you have. It bites and it hurts. Now, that being said, we can operate safely, we can operate efficiently. Our public expects the most from us all the time. Chief Alan Brunacini put it really well. The only thing that Mrs. Smith expects is that we show up with a truck full of neurosurgeon Olympic athletes. That's all she expects. Not much. So be that. Make sure that you are on your game. To do that, you're going to have to take care of yourself, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Take care of yourself. When you see your buddy next to you, step up. If they're not 100%, pick up their missing percent. Because you know what? You're going to need it one day too. When we're hurting, we're really good at internalizing that, and we hide. The last thing we need to do is push people away because all of a sudden they look like they're hurting and we don't want that. We need to bring that in. I promise this season, which is give or take about 3 days from now, you're going to go out and you're going to be hurting at some point. It's going to start with your feet, then you're going to get sore, and then you're going to get old and your knees are going to hurt. And you're going to wake up one day and realize, I probably should have taken just a little bit better care of myself because I can't be there for the next person if I don't take care of me. You're not being selfish. So along those lines, I want to welcome everyone here. I want to make sure that we recognize the hard work these folks put in this week. I know it's only a week-long class, but there is so much more to just a 5-day class. And that's the reason you're here. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Tiffany. Get it going.
Can you guys hear me? Excellent. I probably don't need a mic, but we'll just use it. Right? All right, everyone ready? All right, let's get going. We're going to start with James Burkett. Congratulations, James. Nicole Bryant. Thank you, Nicole. Michael Carrillo. Thank you. Brendan Cedarstrom. Thank you. Trevor Dolan. Juan Gomez. Thank you. Carol Heraldez. Vincent Hyatt. Next up, Daniel Kamholz. Gustavo Luna. Adrian Pulido. Madeline Robertson. Sean Rubio. Irvin Sharp. Joseph Sika. Christina Stanfield. Perry Stedman. Kelsey Wagner. Kyler Whiteman. And finally, Mandy Wilson. All right, everyone, let's give a big round of applause for that class. Congratulations, everyone. We set? Everyone good? All right, here we go. Joseph Brewer Kroom. Lane Carnes. Caleb Gamble. Jaden Gray. Chad Guth. Alexis Hartle. Dominic Harmeth. Troy Hartman. Benjamin Hilland. Samuel Jernigan. Jace Johnson. Joseph Long. Jason Olson. Taylor Redman. Bryce Richards. Daniel Rosenfield. Nicholas Tallett. And last but not least, Gabriel Watkins Daigle. And another round of applause for the class. Thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations. All right, we ready? All right. We have Juan Arango. Patrice Albrecht. Riley Callan. Paul Cardenas. Aiden Conroy. Trenton Frisch. Marcos Garcia. Jeffrey Hanlong. Noah Hutchison. Kayla Jasic. Herman Navarro. Kendall Newton. Caden Peterson. Damian Rodriguez. Stephen Scholmeyer. Cooper Tan. Raimundo Valencia Jr. Zach Wade. And finally, Joseph Yonkoff. All right, everyone, congratulations. Let's have another round of applause for this class and all of the 130, 190 classes.
Don't go too far, Jim. If I can get anyone in a maroon shirt to please come down, anyone with the team, if you can come down to the stage, please. All of these maroon shirts have been hiding all week. You can tell all the divisions because the soles are worn off their shoes. And we're going to have to rework our contract with Embry-Riddle because Mr. Jim Bell did a little damage to some of our concrete by putting so many laps in. So these folks are everything from command, finance, logistics, operations, and plans. And Libby, where are you? You have to come down too. Brandolin. These folks don't just spend this week making this academy happen for you. The team transitions in January, and this work goes in year-round to make this happen. These folks all have full-time jobs, and I would like to recognize the team, and I want to say thank you for your effort this week in making this the best academy we have ever had. Thank you. All right, you guys can get off the stage. Okay. If I can get all the instructors down here, please. Yeah. Not yet. So here at the Academy, and Libby said I can't call us, what is it? We are one of the premier academies. One of the premier academies. Silence matters. These instructors step up year after year. Some very important things. We've offered a lot of these classes over the years because they are very important. But our instructors honestly make this class for you. We don't lord over them. We don't make them, we don't follow which slide they're doing. It's their class to teach with as they wish. There's a national curriculum to it, and they all follow it. One of the cool things is that national curriculum that was rewritten recently came out of this academy because of the instructor cadre. They complained so much that it got rewritten. So all of these instructors step up year after year. Whose first year is it at the academy? Not a one. Who's had more than 5 years here? Anyone more than 10? okay? The problem is every time we bring our instructors in, where do you think all these maroon shirts come from? And I hate to break it to you, the best maroon shirts we've got are the ones that came from teaching this class. So I want to thank all of your instructors. They've shown the duty by showing up and saying yes and putting forth the effort. They've shown the respect to you by putting the effort into the class in preparation, in planning, and importantly, putting in all those hours every day with you. And lastly, they show the integrity by taking the time to make sure that you learn it the right way so that when you get out there, not only are you an operational firefighter from day one, but you can do it in a safe and efficient manner. I promise in a couple months, you will see these folks on fire. On fires, sorry, not on fire. Maybe all of them except for Krista, you might see her doing prevention stuff. So Smokey Bear got shorter this year. Too soon? Well played. Our instructors put in a lot of effort. We don't pay our instructors to be here. We have some great support from some of our agencies that support them being here. However, we have a lot of instructors that take annual and personal leave to be here. It's that important to them. They literally donate their time to be here. So I want to say thank you to all of our instructors, and we do that from the academy, much like we do in the military. We bring them into our unit, and our unit is identified through a challenge coin. And we have challenge coins for all of our instructors. And these challenge coins are different every single year. This year's challenge coin has the WIMA logo on one side and this year's logo on the other. When we present these coins, they are now part of our unit. The problem is all of these instructors are already part of our unit. And we have a succession plan, which means it's time for you guys to step up. And next year, you got to put a maroon shirt on. But to do that, you got to find the person behind you. Because these folks only deserve the best instruction. And that can only come from someone with the passion and the enthusiasm for the fire service. So with that, I'd like to thank all of your instructors as we present these coins to them. Devin, are you good on pictures? We don't need to stage them or anything? We sure we got a couple really photogenic people here. All right, go ahead and take your seats, guys. So one of the things that I'd like to do is I'd like to say thanks to all the families in support of your students here today. You're going to support them a whole lot more going forward, and it's not going to get easier. And I hate to break it to you, even when you make it to retirement, it doesn't get a whole lot easier. We're a hard bunch to deal with. We're stubborn. We get a little moody. Generally feed us, it gets better. But there's a couple other things that we do. We lead and we follow, and we do it at the same time. We learn and we teach at the same time. And this week, we've had a couple folks that we've had to single out, and we have to take care of problems. And we can teach people and we can bring them up, but there are times where we have to kind of, do a little extra coaching to get there. But we don't leave anyone behind. So we have to do a little extra coaching. So we have 3 folks that I'd like to bring up here because we're going to do a little extra coaching to make sure that they get through this. Get my names right here. Oh, come on. Thomas O'Neill, Adam Olson, and Adam Nillis? Why don't you guys have a seat up here? Okay, so let me explain how this is going to go. We're going to say some things. You're going to get to say some things. Decisions will be made, and they will have consequences. Anyone that laughed, you guys are messed up in the head. Okay. So during the course of the class, what happens is there's a lot of instruction. And one of the things about this curriculum is there's no longer actually a written test. We use what's called task sheets. And those task sheets require the individual to demonstrate to the instructor that they have the skill set and they can demonstrate it in order to pass. Sounds easy, right? Sometimes we have to demonstrate those skill sets. You guys remember your S208 class? We're not going to revisit that, don't worry. Little remedial training, okay? More importantly, when we recognize things that we see in others and those little bits, we want to capitalize on. We want to take those opportunities and we want to feed them so that they can continue forward. We talked about duty, respect, and integrity. And that starts here. It's actually started the first day of class. And so these gentlemen here were selected by their instructors for showing the tenets of duty, respect, and integrity. And more importantly, this year's theme with the attributes of leading. Does anybody remember what today's is? Humility. Do you guys feel real humble right now? Your instructors selected you for showing the tenets, the attributes of leading that we offered this year as demonstrated to your class. They selected you to single you out. Now, we won't single anyone out outside of here. This is a safe space. But within here, big difference. I mean, it's online, but okay. So with that, I would like to recognize these gentlemen for showing the duty, respect, integrity, and being humble enough to sit here right now while we make them squirm because they're trying to figure out what happened. And understand that your instructors saw that future leader in your behavior and how you handled other students, more importantly, how you handled yourself. So along those lines, I do have your certificates, but we wanted to recognize you. What we're going to do is we're going to pass these out, and then we'll do photos at the end, okay? So Adam Olson, okay? Millis and Thomas. Don't go in there. Don't go anywhere. We're not done. Not everything in life has a reward. Usually those rewards that we do get hurt, usually punishments. And in our business, if you do your job well, they'll just give you more work. If you don't believe me, ask Libby. She'll assign you more work. However, today, we'd like to recognize this in your performance, your leadership that you were able to show this week. And on top of just a certificate, so you can go to work, from our vendors, We have one pair of JK boots, free. One pair of boots from the Hike Shack, along with socks and insoles, and one pair of handmade Knicks boots. Now the challenge. Don't stop leading. Don't stop the enthusiasm. And whatever you do tomorrow, leave the fire service this much better than it was today. Thank you. You guys couldn't see it, but when they were sitting down here, they looked awfully nervous. One more thing, I'd like to bring Libby down here. A little nervous? All right, we're going to close today. This is Libby Ryman. She's our Academy Director. She took over and jumped right in, and I don't think it was a fun transition as you were trying to breathe really quickly, but you've made it work. And from our team, and I think I can speak for all of our instructors and students, thank you for putting this on. Don't ever stop. Thank you. All right, that'll conclude our ceremony. I know that we have the backdrop up. Feel free to take more pictures. The Golden Ranch guys love pictures, so they'll jump in. All right, thank you everyone for coming, and we'll see you next year.